Some people think of New Haven as the pizza capital of the world, with its own style of America's favorite food, known as abitz. Thin-crusted, perfectly charred, it is the pinnacle of pizza perfection. Hey, hold on. Those are palm trees. There are no palm trees in New Haven, Connecticut. I'm Colin Caplan, pizza historian. Today, we're going on a journey to South Florida to find New Haven pizza, known as abitz. And yes, I said South Florida, where a pizza maker with love, dedication, and passion has recreated the iconic tastes of some of the oldest pizzerias in the world. Welcome to Slice of America.
Starting route to Fantini's New Haven style apizza.
What did she just say? I'm here in Stuart, Florida, going to a place called Fantini's New Haven style abitz. What? I am from New Haven. I am going to see if this is real. I'm thinking about the old days, what this was like in the past. You couldn't get a pizza anywhere near here within 100 miles. If you wanted pizza in Florida, you'd have to go down to Miami at a place called Christina's Italian Tavern. This is in the middle of Florida, and you're telling me there's New Haven style pizza. I'm excited. I'm also a little bit scared. I got one question for you. Why Florida?
I came for the palm trees, I came for the sunshine, I came to live the summer lifestyle all year round. If I could touch a palm tree in January, I'm happy.
Uh-oh. Don't look at that one.
Oh, wow. That's a white shrimp scampi.
Interesting. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful Esther's eggplant.
This is an Esther's eggplant.
And that's got the regat on it.
That's got a little bit of regat on it.
Looking good here.
And there's your moots pie.
That's some moots. Look at that. It's just a beautiful thing. So are we doing this? Are we gonna have a little piece?
Let's give it a shot.
All right.
Here, let me serve you the first slice.
Oh wow,
okay?
Thank you. I'm honored. This is a good-looking pizza. I mean, this is New Haven style thin. I have a feeling it's gonna have a nice crunch.
Got the nice char on the bottom, undercarriage.
It's beautiful. This is a beautiful pizza. Mm-hmm.
My background is in banking and finance. And I moved down here 27 years ago to open up a mortgage company, which I did in 1998. Back in the day, I always wanted to own a restaurant. I always wanted to own a ah-beetz joint. What I did was, I said, now I have the money, let me give it a try. My place. I was born and raised in New Haven. 1966, ah-beetz is on every corner. On a special day, we'd go to Pepe's. I went to Notre Dame High School. I was 15 years old. They had a bulletin board there. On the bulletin board, there was a push pin with a job for a dishwasher at Frank Pepe's on Worcester Street.
He always wanted to open up his own pizza place, even at a young age. And so he went there on his own and applied at Pepe's.
I took the city bus, went downtown. I walked in, Mr. Roselli was there. He interviewed me for a short period of time. He says, I'd like to hire you. Well, when I gave him my date of birth, he said, you're not 16 yet. He says, I can't hire you. So I walked out very disappointed.
He wanted to work there so bad. His goal was to learn how to make pizza, but to start out as a dishwasher.
Went home, my Italian grandmother comes up, she sees me crying. She said, why are you crying? I said, because I couldn't get this job. She said, why, he didn't want you? I said, no, it's because he said I wasn't old enough. So she gets on the phone.
She picks up the phone and she calls a certain party.
I don't know what happened, but somebody made a phone call and Mr. Roselli called me back and said, you know, we'd like to have you come on in and work. And so they hired me right away. And I went in there and started washing dishes.
I've known him probably since 1971, third grade. Myself and him both worked At Pepe's in New Haven, I only lasted a couple of months. I couldn't take it. But he stuck with it. He loved it.
Yeah, he did.
He stayed with it.
I met Jimmy. I was working at Pepe's. I hired out June 6, 1980. Jimmy hired out as a dishwasher. He spoke Italian, unlike myself, so he fit right in with Frank Pepe's sister, Aziz. She used to work at the counter. She used to always love talking to people in the Italian language. Ralph Roselli, the manager at the time, would seek out as far as if you want to decorate a pizza or if you could work the oven. Dishwasher was nice, but if you could come on and showcase other talents.
And so to get off of dishes, you end up going to be the clam man. So you open clams, 500 dozen of them a day. And when you get really good on the clams, then you move over to the table, which is where the abitz comes out of the oven. And that's how you learn the abitz. You learn what's on it, how to cut them. Once you have that, then they put you on the oven.
One Friday night, Ralph Roselli said to Jimmy, do you want to try and make some pizzas? And Jimmy's like, okay.
Some just graduated to flipping the dough. Jimmy did that, and he did that quick, and he was just really good at it.
I could decorate, I could bang it out, but I couldn't get it off the peel. Jimmy, he was born to do it.
That's a skill that you either take to or you don't. 14-foot stick, 900-degree oven. I took to it. I took to it very well, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. And then a short period later, I ended up being the pizza guy on Saturday mornings.
There's a lot of love in this. There's a lot of passion.
All my life, I wanted to have a pizzeria. I wanted to have a pizza place. And so 2 careers later, I said, well, now I have the money. Now I have the business sense, the skills. Everything that I've done in my life brought me to today, to open up this ah-beetz place. So I was looking around, and I stumbled upon this little tiny place that was for sale. It was basically a to-go place. I made a deal with the owner. I did an asset sale. I bought the equipment, and then I just went to town on it and gutted the whole place and made it as nice and cute as I can, as New Haven authentic as I can.
Of all places, you decided to bring New Haven style abitz down to Stuart, Florida.
You going to mug me?
I'm not going to mug you.
Is that gorgeous or what, eh?
And I believe I can run a decent marathon.
Thank you very much.
Download Veely now.
The population of Stuart is 19,000 and change, but not 20,000. Stuart has got 2 claims to fame, I would call it. Number one, it has been long since known as the sailfish capital of the world. The Gulf Stream comes very close to here, and this is called the Treasure Coast because so many treasure ships literally hit the reefs in Stuart in bad storms, and literally they found treasure and gold along the reefs here. And the other claim to fame is that we were voted as the happiest seaside town a few years ago. Stuart is not going to New York City or Miami. Stuart is going to the Florida that you heard of or thought about that existed in the 60s or early 70s that still is driven by spending the weekends on the boat and going to the beach, and is a very calm, laid-back, old Florida way of life. A lot of people from the Eastern Seaboard come to this area for vacation and, as tourists. And when you're asking them what they're in the mood for, and if they say pizza, and I'll say, well, do you want New Haven-style pizza? And they discard me quickly. Like, yeah, you can't repeat that, or you can't, you're not going to have it, essentially. And then they try it, and they realize that we actually have it here. So the bright colors are the city of Stuart, and then Fantini's is right here, just north of the big Roosevelt Bridge.
I've never seen a zoning map quite as colorful. Did the kids get to the...
Stuart is roughly 6.5 square miles. Most people look at a demographic of 3 to 5 miles from their restaurant. So the idea that he's got customers driving 60 miles in each direction, that's a 120-mile range. That is absolutely unheard of. There is not a single marketer in the world that would tell you to open a business based upon someone being willing to drive 60 miles to go eat at your restaurant.
I was talking to a couple people here today, and there's people coming here from far. One lady told me she drove 2 days to get here from New Jersey. All she was doing was gushing how good your pizza was. There's New Haven people who come down to Florida, do not expect to eat pizza when they're down here. And then they found you, and now they're like, oh no, we don't even need pizza when we go back home.
I'm sorry about that. We got a little crowded tonight.
That's good.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. It's delicious.
Your abitz was all right? Your first time? No, your first time. All right, what do you say? All good? Thank you very much.
45-minute drive.
45-minute drive. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
The people that are about true ah-beetz, I mean, they literally come straight off the plane right to this restaurant. And when I mean straight off the plane right to this restaurant, they'll literally show me the bags in the trunk of their car.
People who live in Connecticut fly down, and this is the first spot they come to and the last spot they come to before they go back home.
It's absolutely insane to think that every single day we get 10 plus guests that are driving an hour and a half one way just to eat a pie and go back home, and that's all they need for their fix. One of the stories that stands out the most was there was a guy that drove from the west coast of Florida. He woke up, left at 10 o'clock, got here at 1 o'clock, ate an entire full cheese pie in front, packed up, said that was everything I needed, and went back to the west coast.
Drove an hour to get here.
You drove an hour?
An hour.
Holy moly. Where are you guys from? Like Georgia? No, that's not an hour.
South Palm Beach County.
Nice. Good for you guys.
It's the best. Absolutely the best. I mean, it's got a name that people drive miles.
I guess you guys are living proof of this. This is amazing.
When I was calling the sign guy to come in, and I was saying, Fantini's New Haven style ah-beetz, A-P-I-Z-Z-A. And he's like, you mean a-pizza? I said, no. I said, ah-beetz. And he goes, well, what's that? I explained to him, and he goes, do you think they're gonna know what it is? I said, well, they're gonna find out.
A lot of people say, what is ah-beetz?
Ah-beetz.
Ah-beetz.
Ah-beetz. Ah-beetz.
Ah-beetz, yeah.
Abitz.
Abitz.
Ah-beetz.
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 Fantini's ah-beetz. That is what it is. It's ah-beetz.
Once you tasted it, you couldn't call it anything but ah-beetz because it wasn't just pizza. You know, Domino's is pizza. New Haven pizza is ah-beetz. It separates itself from all that.
Just the joy that comes out of everybody's face when somebody looks and they take that first bite and they're like, oh my God, now I get it. Now I get it.
Ah-beetz, that's the way it's pronounced in Naples. What does it mean? It means the pizza. It's not a style of pizza. The people in New Haven made it a style, but ah-beetz is a Neapolitan accent. It means the pizza. That simple.
Yo, cheers. No, this is great. It goes great with ah-beetz. You guys know that word?
Yeah.
You know it. How do you know it?
Because you just said it.
Okay, all right. You know how there's the A in front of the pizza at Fantini's here? What did you guys think of that when you saw that first?
I thought it was misspelled.
Misspelled?
Yeah.
It's actually called ah-beetz. Ah-beetz. You can use your hand a little bit like that. Ah-beetz, yeah.
Two biker guys came in. They gave me this look, this mean look as they came in. They said, you know, you put an A in front of the pizza, you got balls. He goes, and you better deliver if you're putting an A in front of the pizza. Well, they went in there, sat down, sent them out 2 pies, and they came back giving me thumbs up saying you did it with a Fox and Park in their hand as they left.
Nice.
So they were happy.
If you don't know New Haven style ah-beetz, you don't know pizza. I mean, you just don't.
New Haven, Connecticut became America's largest Italian enclave per capita by the turn of the 20th century, fueled by immigrants looking for a better life, centered in an area known as Worcester Square. During this great migration, a young baker named Francesco Frank Pepe brought to America his family's recipe for a thin-crusted olive oil and tomato-based lunch that was originated by peasant women to feed their families and those working the land. It was known in Italy as abitz. Established in 1925, Frank Pepe Pizzeria Napolitana gained infamy for its thin, charred, coal-fired pizza. Soon, Frank's nephew Salvatore Sally Consiglio opened up his own pizzeria down the street called Sally's Abitz. New Haven was fired up with pizzerias, so when pizza maker Tony Tolli sold his aptly named Tony's Abitz place in 1944, it was renamed Modern Abitz. Bill Pustari took ownership of Modern in 1988, and the restaurant quickly became a favorite of locals. These 3 brick oven establishments garnered die-hard fans and outlasted all other pizzerias in town. As the lines grew, so did the legacy of New Haven's pizza prowess. Food critics raved, pizza fans debated, millions of pizzas were made, and the lines just kept getting longer. A century after pizza was introduced here, Pepe, Sally's, and Modern have been coronated the holy trinity of the pizza world in a city that's earned the title Pizza Capital of America. You waiting for abitz?
We're waiting for who?
Abitz.
What's that?
Oh, I love it. It's pizza. It's New Haven style.
Yeah.
Here's some real deal pizza, right? What's your favorite pie?
No.
Aha, I love it. You got a favorite?
I just do mushrooms and onions.
Extra mozzarella.
Extra mozz. Oh, you like it cheesy?
Yeah.
Like my jokes?
Yeah.
Thank you. What is your favorite?
Fully loaded, everything.
Everything. You like what we call it, like the bomb or the works. Yeah.
So the works pie, some people call it the supreme pie, they call it the kitchen sink or the garbage pie. That's a pie that when people don't know what they want, well, heck with it, give us everything on it. But the key is, and I got this from Gary Bamonte, he learned it from Frank Pepe, his grandfather. He said, even though you're piling on 9 toppings, make sure that you can see through to the bottom of the pie, that you can see cheese. When you're putting the stuff on, you're not just dumping on a layer of this, a layer of that, and having 8 layers of a works pie. And that's how you get the flavor of all the different ingredients that are placed on top of the pie. That's what I do.
Give me a list of what's on that pie.
Black olives, peppers, mushrooms, onions, pepperoni, sausage, bacon, and meatball.
Danbury, Connecticut, and Stuart, Florida meet.
You're still wearing your sunburn.
He's nodding. I see nodding. Oh. I'm a pizza guy, there's no doubt. Since I was a little kid, I loved pizza. I love exploring this and meeting people like you who are doing this. This is your life's passion.
Well, it's a labor of love. If you don't love this job, if you don't love making this ah-beetz, it's not fun. I'm telling you, it's a ton of work. Everybody says it's a labor of love.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Before we even get started, I'm going to tell you, if you're asking for any secrets, we got it written down on a notepad, locked in the titanium alloy box, sprinkled with pixie dust from purple unicorns, and thrown so deep in the ocean that Jacques Cousteau couldn't even find it.
The pizza around here is just garbage. It's either too doughy, too saucy, too cheesy. It's never a good ratio no matter where you go. I've never liked pizza anywhere around here. And now I come here on my day off and I eat pizza.
Someone asked, what makes a New Haven style? It's the char. And they ask, is it just well done? I said, no, there's a technique of cooking it. It's something you need to learn, just like being a chef.
It's not burnt, it's charred, so it does have more flavor and more color.
Server will come back, they'll say, this pizza, they said it was burnt. I go, no, it's not. I'll tell them, did you tell them it's New Haven style? And they go, yeah. I'm like, well, it's not.
Well, first I tell them not to say the B word in here.
It's on the wall. It says ah-beetz right there. It says what it is. It's on the pizza box. And I instruct my servers to tell the folks, look, is this your first time here? Or where are you from?
Do you like the char?
Yes.
You know about it.
I have to ask for my slice. I say I want the one with the most char.
You know how to do it. You guys are my people. Guys, be careful. This might taste really, really good. We're in some trouble. You guys like the char too?
Oh, it's perfect. Perfect char, perfect mix of toppings, the ratios of everything. It's the perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect. You hear that?
It's more of a thin crust. It's nice and crispy. It's charred. It's well done. Give it a try. Most of the time, people fall in love with it.
One time I did come out and the people were insisting that it was burnt and it was actually a perfect Worcester Street char on it. I picked up the ah-beetz and took it in the kitchen and asked them to leave. And then I got a standing ovation and claps from everybody else in the dining room.
It's slowly growing. We run through people that are born and bred Floridians, and they think we're pushing the boundary on burnt, which I know we're not supposed to use the B word around here. But once they actually try it, it changes everything. Because there's a lot of times I'll have to go to a table And they'll be like, oh, it's burnt, and they haven't even touched it yet. I'm like, do me a favor, just try a slice. If you don't like it, we'll take care of you. But do me a favor, just give it a try. I've never had to go back to that table twice.
What really draws us to this place is Jimmy, the owner.
Yeah.
The guy, he'll come out here, he'll chat with you. He's us.
I'm Jimmy. So nice to meet you. So nice to meet you, yes.
We live.
How many pies do you think you've made since you've been here?
Oh, thousands. Tens of thousands.
My name is Calvin Diebold, but here at Fantini's, people call me Vinnie, a.k.a. Vinnie Boombots, a.k.a. the Oven King.
Before this, I used to be a driver, and I used to deliver a lot of parts in Connecticut, and I passed by Sally's and Pepe's, a few times, and I've had their pizzas. I make the pizza, I make the dough, I do the prep work.
I started as a dishwasher, actually. And one day he was like, hey, you wanna learn how to work the ovens? We could use a guy. I was like, all right, sure. So for about a week I trained, and after that I was the oven guy. With the oven, there's two secrets. There's the hand that opens the oven, and the hand that holds the paddle.
How hot is it?
1,000,002. 1,000,002 degrees.
In this oven here, we can do 35 pizzas per hour. I have a double stack here so that we can do 70 pizzas per hour on our busiest night. And our busiest night is usually the day before Thanksgiving or Good Friday every year. Flip a coin on that one.
What's the most pizzas you've ever made in a day?
Here, 511.
We get a lot of compliments throughout the day about the food and about the service. It's kind of like a home-cooked meal.
Haven't been able to have that taste of home. That's the big thing.
What is your favorite pie here?
Mine is a la nonna.
The La Nonna.
La Nonna with mushrooms.
La Nonna.
Nonna.
I like that too, la nonna.
I call it the La Nonna, our twist on a margarita. I named it after my grandmother because she was instrumental in getting me the job. That's our #1 seller.
The clam.
Clam is
The old school New Haven tomato.
Tomato pie.
You can never go wrong with a plain cheese.
Plain pepperoni.
Spinach mushroom gorgonzola.
Try my pie. I have my own specialty pie. It's not on the menu, but it's called Vinnie's 3-cheese upside-down spicy meatball delight, and it's good.
I have been to Pepe's and Modern and Sally's, so I was impressed with theirs, but when I tasted Fantini's, I thought it was actually better.
I think his is better. I really do. I think he puts a lot of passion into it, and I think he loves what he does.
The key word with Fantini's is authenticity. Great ingredients, don't cut corners, and make it with that passion, that love and desire. If you do that, you can't go wrong.
I love his pizzas. If he makes them, that's what I'm eating.
Fantini's New Haven style abitz. It's the best pizza in the freaking world. Pepe's got its thing. I mean, of course, it's where it all started. You ask my father, he's probably gonna say, besides his, Pepe's will be the best place. But of course, the stuff coming out of Fantini's, you can't really beat it.
It feels like you're on vacation all the time. You have to have goals, you have to be driven. It's real easy to not work when you're down here because there's so many things to do. The first 5 years when I used to come back to Connecticut, everybody says, you're from Florida, where's your tan? I said, well, I work down here. The ingredients that I use are not cheap by all means, especially the clams. I have the clams shipped in from Long Island Sound.
Long Island Sound, right by Connecticut, and brought down to here.
I've got a reputation and I'm trying to uphold and pay homage to Worcester Street in New Haven. Basically what you want to do is we put the clam like this. You get a nice peel off of it, and then we chop it at the same time. Just do it nice. You ready, Colin?
I'm ready.
Okay, go slow. Go very slowly.
How can it go slow?
Yeah. Hold on. The sharp. There you go.
That's smart. It's scary. It won't go further that way.
It looks easier than it is.
So now I'm in?
You're in. Use your fingers to push it in. There you go. Cut it.
What's happening?
Are you acting?
No.
Yes, you are, man.
I wish I could act.
Are you seriously acting this?
No.
Turn it. Twist it. Okay. All right. There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, I did it with one move.
A month or two.
This is the strongest clan you've ever done.
Get out. You got the Arnold Schwarzenegger clan.
Why did I get the hard one? Get off of it. Stop it. How did you get it out? What is this thing? I'm done with this. I give up.
They taught me well at Pepe's. You know how many they go through?
A lot.
600-700 clams a night. You get used to it.
So you're really good at it, I'm telling you.
Yeah, so it's a twist, And there it is. My idea when I started this was to make an authentic New Haven style ah-beetz. If you're gonna put the A in front of it, if you're gonna call it ah-beetz, you better deliver. And the only way you can deliver, and it's so easy to cut corners. Everyone is telling you to cut corners. We could save you money here and save there, is to do with authentic ingredients. And I'm trying to do it exactly the way I did it on Worcester Street in 1980 and 1981. Nothing new, nothing new. I bring as much as I can from New Haven down here to make it work, starting with the clams. The tomatoes, of course, the Italian plum tomatoes, the San Marzanos, have to have them. The mozzarella, same thing. The olive oil, I import 100% extra virgin organic olive oil in a 55-gallon drum from Tuscany. That's all we use. And I pump it out of the drum just like they do at Pepe's. When I first started, I called Fox and Park directly. They said, we'll sell you the soda. You have to figure out how to ship it. It cost me more to ship the soda than what the soda cost me because it's by weight, and we get it by the truckloads. I store it in a warehouse, and then I bring it to the restaurant as needed. So I put the soda out here at a price, and it's nickel and dime, but I'm doing it, A, to be authentic, and B, for the novelty of it, because I love the soda, and everybody that comes here does.
He's been wanting to do this for so long, since he was 16, and it was just never the right time. It was just, couldn't find the place or didn't have the money at the time, and then one day he just comes home and he says, this is what we're doing. I was like, really? Are you sure? He's like, I found the place, it's the right one, it's at the right time, and if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. So I thought, great, let's do it.
So here's the funny story. I bought the restaurant. I hadn't made one dish. I hadn't made one dough. I hadn't made a pizza in 35 years. And after I closed on the restaurant, started doing the renovations, I put together a menu on my couch. I didn't have a test kitchen. I didn't have anything. So I made the first batch of dough from memory, okay? I didn't have a recipe written down. I just made it from memory. I made the dough, proofed it, cut it, made the first ah-beetz.
He comes home and says, oh, I made the first batch of dough. And I went, great. I'm thinking to myself, this is gonna be great, because he probably has the recipe, knows the recipe, this is perfect. When I tasted it, I was like, oh boy.
She goes, oh my God, we're gonna lose the house.
It was not good at all. I said, you need to keep going on this one.
Went back, threw that whole batch of dough away, made the second batch with adjustments, and it was perfect. We started getting it going. It was word of mouth in the beginning, and people were coming.
It started off small, really tiny.
We only had 4 tables, but we did have a line, people sitting outside on the curb waiting to get in. And then March 17th hit. No one had any idea that there was gonna be anything like COVID. I had not even 4 or 5 weeks before that happened. No one knew that I was here. I needed to get the word out. And how I did it was there was a radio station right here in this shopping center. And I went over there and cut a commercial.
I'm Jimmy Fantin from the brand new Fantini's New Haven style ah-beetz. In my first job at a world-renowned pizzeria, I learned from the old school pros the old school way. Making ah-beetz, it's a talent, it's a thing, not a fast food franchise or mass produced. I'll take you back to Worcester Street, 1980. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It was hard, you know, especially we couldn't have people come in, you know, to eat, and we couldn't serve them.
Thankfully, we had a lot of really dedicated people. You could just tell the New Haven people love what they do. They love their pizza. They're very passionate about it. Some of them would just sit right outside on the curb. We had a client that would come in with a minivan. Him and his wife would come in there. They would pack a picnic table, a cooler, and they'd set up with folding chairs out in the parking lot, and they would eat the pizza as if it was a dining experience.
We were very blessed to have our regulars, and we have on the tables, there's name plates all over with their last names, and those are the people that we thank for keeping us afloat during that time.
And then we have Mr. Travellini, who also has a table in his honor. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. And after he passed, we celebrated his life by closing the restaurant and having all his friends and family in for a meal together.
Yeah, I'm trying some other pizza here in Stuart. Oh, hello, little friend. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, baby, Okay. I'm back with more pizza. So this is the New York slice. This is definitely the cheesy, goopy slice. You got a little bit of that, you know, the flour still on it. This tastes good. You know, New York slice. Success. Cool. Good job, guys.
The Portnoy effect.
What was it like meeting Dave Portnoy?
I was in shock. So I walk out to the front. It was a Wednesday about 1:30, and I see David Portnoy standing there at the counter. I couldn't speak. I didn't know what to say. I was in shock that he was here. I couldn't believe it.
At the time, everyone was asking us, hey, when's Portnoy coming? When's Portnoy coming? And no one really knows how he rolls, right? So people thought that you just call him up and he shows up.
He's legit. He comes in, he insists on paying for the pizza. He orders it under a different name. You don't know he's coming.
Do you remember his fake name?
Austin. He said, I'm gonna hit you on the New Haven scale. I said, do what you gotta do. And then as soon as he turned around, my knees buckled and I fell behind the counter. I was nervous as heck.
He sat outside and ate a piece of pizza, recorded himself, and then ate another slice.
Gave me an 8.1. People ask you, are you happy with the review? Look, if he gave me a 0, he mentioned me in the same sentence as Pepe's and Sally's. That's good enough for me. And then all of a sudden, around 5:30, the phone starts ringing off the hook. It starts ringing off the hook crazy. People start coming in. And now we're getting busy, and it's almost closing time. Next thing you know, there's a news crew out here.
We had people calling from like Miami, Boca.
The next day, when I went to work, not thinking, I'm like, oh, well, it'll probably take a week, 2 weeks before anybody even knows, right? Well, the next day I get there, I drive up. There was not a parking spot to be had. I saw lines from our door wrapping around both areas down, and then the whole parking lot was crowded with people. And I thought, oh my gosh, people already know.
For 6 weeks, we couldn't even move. I took the phone off the hook, and we still couldn't make enough ah-beetz.
We had to like lock the doors to let people in like one by one.
I couldn't even get through the front door to get into work at the time. That's how hectic it was.
From the second we opened the door at 11:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., and the phone was still ringing after 9 p.m.
Well, the longest wait, 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours for a pizza.
I think right then and there, that really sealed the deal for him. Like, you know what, this is a real thing. And I couldn't believe it. That was really surreal. It was really cool to see him, you know, in that moment and seeing that dream come to life.
The only time I felt that was when I was making ah-beetz at Pepe's, you know, on a Good Friday or the day before Thanksgiving. It was jam-packed. He's amazing. His draw, his reach, and what he did for me and other businesses. You can't put a price on it. You can't put a price on it.
It's pizza time, baby. I've made pizza before. I made ah-beetz, but
all right,
you may be schooling me because you got your own thing going on. I don't want to mess around with that.
Don't be afraid of the flour. Little clap method here.
Clap method. That's like a Neapolitan thing, huh?
Hold it closer together.
It's attacking me. I don't like it. Oh,
throw it up. Let's see what you can do.
Oh, you want me in the air? All right.
There you go.
Bada bing! Oh, shit.
Nice catch.
Thank you.
Nice catch. Let's see, try and throw it to me. Nice.
Wow, you're really good at that. Did you work here? Isn't there only one dough left? Oh, Jesus. Oh, hot dough.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus. Hello, can I help you with something?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna make a white clam with bacon. You know what I'm gonna do? I want to do a white pie.
Yes.
I want to do a white pie with broccoli rabe.
I have spinach.
Oh, I want to do a white pie with hot cherry peppers.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna make a red pie. This is saucy, man. Kind of spread it even.
Spread it even, exactly.
Cool. I'm excited. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right. I'm gonna do hot cherry peppers.
Go ahead.
All right. This is happening. All right. I'm gonna throw a few on here. Maybe some more. These are fun. Oh, I need another green one. Okay. I want to do a little garlic. A little
fresh garlic right there.
Right on. Where are you going? Garlic is good. I'm gonna do some grated cheese.
Grated cheese right
this
there.
Oh yeah. Look at this. Nice healthy dose of grated cheese.
Now we're gonna put it in the
Throwing
oven.
it in?
Yes.
Oh,
now
exciting.
we're throwing it in.
It's good to watch you how you do it.
All right.
The master at work. All right, back right corner.
Right corner.
Right is, oh, this is the other
Your
right.
other right. There's a tradition behind this specific abitz that we do here, and I like to uphold it. I like to be a keeper of the tradition down here.
You're a torch carrier.
I consider anybody that walks in here just an extension of my house and my kitchen and my dining room, and come on in.
That's awesome.
Come on in, man, join us.
Look at that mastery right there. That is a thing of beauty.
You tell me, she look like she's ready?
She's ready.
All right.
She is ready. She is a beaut.
Put
Look
it
at
right
that.
on the tray there.
Look at that little mama. She's a little mama. My pie.
Cutter's right there.
Oh, the cutter. Abitz. I'm feeling good about that.
You're hired.
Yes. Hello, heaven.
Ready for the first bite?
I'm ready.
All right.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. It's good.
I get a note in the mail. It's from this guy, Jimmy Fantini. And he says, Mayor, I understand you're a winter resident of Florida. I'm opening a shop up at Stuart. Now, this all plays out as something I grew up with, which was going to Sally's on a regular basis, has now become a brand. And I started seeing it a few years ago in Washington, some other place, and I'd see a sign that said, New Haven ah-beetz. And I'd have to stop because I was like, what is this? Where's this coming from? Jimmy took it to another level. You know, you noticed right away some obvious things. The photos on the wall, Fox and Park. I think the best part is he didn't try to transplant a New Haven shop down there. He created his own thing there.
Hey, welcome to Fantini's. How can I help you?
People tell me thank you for being here. When they tell me that, I get goosebumps when they tell me that. I really, get teary. Because when people say thanks for being here, it's like they appreciate what I'm doing for them and giving them that taste of New Haven, especially some folks that are from the Northeast where they've had this before.
I can't believe what you've done. I'm so impressed.
It's an honor to do it. And also, I feel it's a tribute to Worcester Street. I'm forever thankful to the family of Frpm's for teaching me. I got inspired there. Cheers.
I cheer you. I cheer you. It's called magic, and you have it.
The magic is the Frpm. I mean, I touched the bench that he touched. I think that was it.
When I went there, I ate it, and it was New Haven ah-beetz. It just was. I think it sort of suggests the sense of home. This is not Pizza Hut. This is a unique, distinct place. People come from Connecticut, come from the New Haven area, and they go to Fantini's because they go home. I think Jimmy's created a sense of place that is more than just about the brand New Haven ah-beetz, but it's about this central idea of food and ah-beetz connected to place and connected to who we are.
It doesn't really get better than this, does it? You got really good New Haven ah-beetz, a beach like this. I mean, come on. It's paradise. Whoa, that was a big one. I was not expecting that. You guys got to watch out for me. What's up with this?
Thank you for being here, and please don't leave. That's the sweetest thing. It's knowing that they appreciate our hard work. I think the people love when they come in. It's like, wow, I feel like I'm at Worcester Street again. And when they taste the pizza, it's either they say it's better or comparable, or they're like, thank you for bringing home back to Florida.
I've never seen somebody cry after they eat a pizza until I went to Fantini's. It's pretty nuts.
Florida's been very good to me. I really love the state as much as I love Connecticut. You could take the guy out of New Haven, but you can't take New Haven out of the guy. And so I'm still a New Havener at heart. I'm a New Haven son, living in the Florida sunshine.
I never thought there was good pizza in Florida. I been coming here my whole life, and I would never want to eat pizza. It's the last thing I'd think of. There is a place called Fantini's ah-beetz. It's a New Haven style ah-beetz. It's actually the real deal. I was super impressed. He's doing something no one else is doing. They're charring it, they're cooking it to a crisp. That is impressive, and that's completely unique. There's also these young people that work there that just seem to care. They have the passion, the love, they get it. I love that. That's a pizzeria. It's not just the food, it's not just the pizza, it's actually the entire experience. New Haven ah-beetz is everything. It's the true pizza. There's nothing that compares to it. And we just found it in Stuart, Florida. That's a slice of America.
People ask me about the water, and I say two things. One is, if I gave you Tiger Woods' golf clubs, would you win a Masters tournament? No. So is it the clubs or is it the guy? Second, if you love my ah-beetz, my name is Fantini. It's on the door, it's on the box. If you hate my ah-beetz, it's the water. What the fuck you want from me?